All right, welcome back to fourth day of this stream. We're pushing ahead. We will prepare some reels and try to publish about the product. And also we have the gallery page and some bug fixes today. That is a plan. So I'm using Cloud Code desktop as well as the terminal version. What I'm working on a social media content agent system, basically a harness that is focused on marketing tasks. We have pretty much the same thing, automations, trend detection and creation from the trends, content, and also you can, record your competition and and then you can repurpose their reels, finish, post on different platforms. I have multiple accounts, have different rules, where to route it. You also have a avatar studio, so you can clone your face and make the reels, um, make the script. You don't have to necessarily film anything, so you can go to needs video. These ones are audio generated, and so you can, yeah, you can create you audio in your voice and animate your photo as well, speaking that text and create reels that way. We also have product section here, which we are currently broken, so I will have to look into that as well. Probably because convex is not deployed, and you have a brain function. Okay, this deployment is running. That's probably why. Um, let's stop this so that I can show you. Oh, so so that's basically it. Let me check the stream if everything is working properly. Right. And let's crack on. So this is an issue where I go to competition, and then I say Sabrina, let's say, right? Then if I want to repurpose one of her videos, I click on, I don't know, what is a good video? Probably this one. And I'll say create a reel to reel conversion there, and say create an Instagram reel. The issue was it was truncating the transcript doesn't have any transcript. Look at this. What? That is not really believable. How do I view this? There's no way to view this. So maybe that's another thing that we need to add. Yeah, I cannot really click into the original video. All right, okay. Maybe if I go here, view in sources, the preview is not available. Let's fix this from here so it's easier. So if I say new session, in the competition details page, I see the preview or the thumbnail of the reels for the competitor or the inspiration, but I want to be able to play the original reel if I click on it, but not in a new page, in place. But in place of the thumbnail. Is that right? Yeah, so the play button should be here so that we don't have to move to another page. So let's give it that. Opus 4.7, bypass permissions. While that is working, I think our deployment is finished. Let me quickly check. No, deployment is running, so I need to wait for that. Then we can check that bug is finished. And there is a matter of using my cloud subscription. So that is this relay mechanism. So what happens is if even if I say something in the chat here, it will be picked up by my in my laptop where my I do have a desktop app, which is what we are trying to port everything into. So we need to test that as well while that is running. So let's see if we can review something. Yeah, it's a bit slow while the deploy is running. But let's see. I do want to try it with the Instagram reel though from Sabrina uh, to see like I have integrated DeepSeek into this. The latest version, it is actually pretty good. And they have a 75% promotion going on as well. So let's try DeepSeek first. So if I go here and yeah, Brand Brain Cloud, and I select DeepSeek. Let's try Flash. I haven't tried Flash. Let's try Flash. And then if I go here and I say, what happens if I go to needs video and say review in chat, right? And then that will open a new task. Strong contrarian angle. It doesn't think that long. DeepSeek V4 Flash. Let's try it with the normal. DeepSeek Pro. What's happening? Hmm. It's a bit slow. It is switching the deployment. Let me just check. Yep. Finished. So I want it to be pro. Save that. And if I, yeah, let's do the same thing again. Review in chat with that. Interesting. All right, anyway. V4, DeepSeek V4 Pro, that thing's a little bit longer, I think. Yeah, it's still going. How to use overlay material. Your vertical video guidelines say to include how to use steps for screen overlay. The script is purely narrative story driven, no tutorial component. For a promo, this really is acceptable. What do you mean? This is true. So maybe this is a case of creating some images and making a video and putting it as a in the background. Anyway, I want to go ahead and the only thing I want to make, because if I spell it out in caps, it will just say TEAM rather than saying come and team, and I will DM you everything you need to get started. So I want to change that. Actually, I can store it as a preference. So next time it will, when you do this in caps, the TTS reads it out uh, letter by letter. So anything that comes after comment, for example, comment X, that should be the X should be in small caps. So for example, comment team instead of comment team. Remember this. Let's see if it will store the preference. Hey, what's up? How do you say your name? Nuela? What's up, bro? Greetings from Chile. We met in Vietnam. Oh yeah, I remember you. What's I remember you. I remember you. It's been a while, man. Are you back in Chile? I'm building the a AI content harness. It's basically Claude Code for marketing. I think we spoke about it. So basically, you have all the platform connections here. So you can connect to different platforms and you have automations, which basically detects trends and creates content on autopilot. So even if I'm sleeping, I can just switch this on and then it will create content in the background. And there's an auto approver with approval gates and approval rules in automations as well. Which will be this one, right? And I haven't switched it on. So basically, it will learn your preferences and post to different platforms and grow your authority that way. It has a product section which is currently broken. Oh, okay. Actually, it's working. So it does a market research, and I can actually also do something like promote, and then it will create necessary content like the Instagram reels and everything else, etc. Things like that. And you have different formats like carousels, so you can set your color schemes and etc. and it will generate the carousels. And LinkedIn posts, the same concept. So some of these need images. So these all need images. This one is bad, I think. So that is the idea. And you also have avatars here. So you can clone your face or create AI influencers and let them talk. I don't know if I have any example here. And you can attach your you can attach a background, etc. So let me see if I have any examples here that I did. Instagram published. Maybe most of this have been, yeah, I have one here. So this is a AI influencer.
Stop vibe coding, start getting customers. 200,000 new vibe coding projects are created every single day on platforms like Lovable. And here's the brutal truth:
So you can
nobody sees them. You spend hours.
so you can actually attach the background videos at certain points in the script where things are spoken. I'm trying to automate that one as well using Claude. So one of the other things that you can do is that I can add, it's basically a harness, like a task management system. You can connect to your Cloud Code subscription as well. So if I say something here, if I have, I have a desktop as well, app as well. So if I ask it to handle that in my laptop, and that will use my existing Cloud Code subscription, so I won't incur more charges here. And also, if you're using desktop app, you can combine it with other skills from different providers. You're not tied to the this ecosystem, cloud ecosystem here. I forgot your name, man. Forgot. Powell? Is that? Yeah. P. Valenzuela. I actually forgot your name. It's been a while though. It's good to meet you. So yeah, if you can bring your own API keys, um, you know, and connect it to Open Router, OpenAI compatible, or Fireworks, or you can use your. Currently, it is only done for a cloud subscription, so there will be Codex or Gemini or any subscription, CLI subscription that you use. You can connect to that, or you can directly use it from your Cloud Code or Cloud Cowork. So this is still in progress. You can still use it, but Cowork is not optimized for Cowork yet. But you can still use it. Cloud Code, it works perfectly. If I ask it to create content, and it can connect to the cloud system to schedule it and things like that. Pablo, yes, Pablo, back in Chile. Are you able to give feedback to the? Yeah, yeah. So if I go to content review, right? So it adds into my review queue. This is my review queue, and I have like different pipelines for vertical videos, carousels, and general status pending approved. So if I, for example, I think this one, right? I can review in chat here, or I can also, if I don't want to do that, I can say needs changes, and I can type what needs changing, or I can plainly reject it or delete it from here. What happens is that it gets stored here into user preferences memory. So this I just gave it. Never use all caps for words in TTS voiceover scripts like a couple of minutes ago, and then it gets stored here. It remembers that next time it runs um, you know it remembers it, and this is readable from your laptop as well. So once it gets big, you can compact. I had like 70,000 characters, so you can compact that, and then it will remove all the contradicting rules, and basically your content strategy will be recorded here, um, and your rules, etc. And yeah, things like that. So different agents wake up, do their thing, like trend detection or content strategy. So this is only for content creation at the moment. Later, I'll be adding analysis and see what's working and double down on certain things and things like that. So yes, give feedback, kind of a score if you like the results, or you need to. You just talk to it. It's not a score, but you can just talk to it. But you can also add preferences manually here. So, for example, I have a scoring system. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can just speak to it and it will structure it. So I have a scoring system here, like content scoring. So whenever auto review runs, if the score is below threshold, it will automatically reject it. Yeah, yeah, I've been able to grow my LinkedIn a lot because of this. It's really, so it's basically for my own use. So I'm benefiting from this. Um, Now I'll try with Reels as well. So let's see how that performs. And but there are other users for this as well. Um, but the beginnings of it was for my own purposes of distributing the same product itself. So if I go to products here, you can see that this itself is listed for promotion. So every now and then it will create. You can do market research, etc. here as well. And it attaches the market research, all the competition, YouTube videos, everything. It's pretty useful. I think it's awesome. Yeah, man. How's back in Chile? Any plans to come back to Vietnam? What was I doing though? Yeah, so I was doing that in competition. If I go to a competitor, view details, what happened? I still am not. Oh, okay, it's probably deploying. Let's check the deploy queue. Deploy queued. All right. Okay. It is deployed, but maybe I don't see any deployments happening. Committed. Is this deploy complete? Maybe need to refresh it. refresh it. Hover on a card. I'm hovering on a card. Doesn't show anything. Okay. Very confident that it has done it, but uh, I am hovering on it, but it doesn't work. No play button. Play overlay. No play overlay. Anyway, while that is working, I can go to. Why was this failing though? I can go to. Yeah, that is. Huh? What is happening here? Brand brain promo reel. Uh, okay. Temporary insanity, maybe. So, because I have access to my product in my Cloud Code, I can basically ask it to screenshot and add it to the background and create a video from Cloud Code. It's more capable. We can try that, or this could be manual. Let's see. So I want to generate audio for this. So by voice, I will select my own voice and see. Let's delete that though. Still takes the same 5 minutes. I'm not flexing out firing my stuff. I don't know if I want that. I want that. I don't I don't know. It thinks it will be good for retention. Should I? Sometimes it is more smarter than me. We shall see. Let's generate it. Generate audio. While that is running, I need to make sure the deploy doesn't interrupt it. So if there are any deploys running, I need to close it. One second. I do have some sensitive things, I think. No deploys yet. So that's fine. Generate the audio. I don't need that. Yeah, this is something else that we need to test as well. Let's see other reels. I want to send this to Microsoft Vibe Voice. Do want to change the descriptions for these events though. Can I do that now? Let's see. Admin panel tools, I think. Configuration, tool settings. No, it's monetization. To subscription plans. No. Pricing, maybe. Billing events. Edit pricing. I'll just say audio generation. Here, does it get immediately updated though? Billing and usage. Yeah, let's change to audio generation. Web search. Don't necessarily need to. It doesn't cost anything, but still, it's a lot of records. AI token usage. Now, while we are there, we can actually check the other text to speech, 11 Labs, text to speech, TTS. We are not using that. Audio generation. Well, again, say audio generation and save that. Text to speech. Again, audio generation. Save. I'm not using that. Display name, avatar generation. That's also avatar generation. Composite avatar generation. That is video rendering. Avatar render. Avatar animation. We are not using it. Image generation. This just needs to be image generation. Web search. Web fetch. I can actually switch this off because these are not charged anyway. Web fetch. Amplify. Not using anything, but real discovery. Discovery. Let's okay. Now that's fine. Close that. Let's see. Uh, There's no deployment happening, so maybe still working. No, it's testing. Okay, let it test it then. Let's check our audio then. Okay, the audio is generated. Let's hear it. Maybe we need. You've seen those I replaced my marketing team with AI videos. Every founder flexing about firing their staff. I gotta be honest, I never had a marketing team. It was just me, posting when I remembered, forgetting half the time. So when I started with BrandBrain, the AI agents didn't replace anyone. They became the team I never had. But here's what surprised me. They research the trends. They write in my voice. I approve in 5 minutes. That's it. Now I'm posting every day across 4 platforms, and it still takes the same 5 minutes. I'm not flexing about firing my staff. I'm just admitting I never had any. If you're a one person show, this hits different. Comment team and I'll DM you everything you need to get started. Right. Audio is good. I got rid of my kind of Indian accent too, so that's that's good or bad. I don't know. I'm not going to faff about. So generate video next. So I'll select me and I'll just create video. Let's see how that video comes about. Uh, while that is running, what's the status of our, okay, the video is running. We may not get it back because I just restart the server. Maybe it is lost, but we'll see. But at the same time, we can see if this is fixed, which was the issue of from here competition. When I want to rephrase something, first I want to make sure I am on BrandBrain Cloud and DeepSeek V4. And if I want to see this, here's how to get started. Started, get ahead of 99% of people with AI. Most people are stuck using chat just as a brainstorming partner. Slam to actually wouldn't be nice. Cloud code, right? So this one I can create a reel from this reel, and I can check if it has the full, yeah, full transcript. Send to AI. Maybe it will rephrase it. I also want to try the relay to gauge which creates a better reel. So one will be using Cloud Core subs. Okay, it. What was the issue here? Open router, probably. Uh, let's do that again. Open router is not that reliable, but also I have several deployments happening. So maybe it's because of that. I have one deployment. I can just ask. Save to clipboard. Let's say, can you check the production logs? I'm not able to. There are some errors happening. The chat is returning error. Can you investigate what's happening and whether the retry is working, um, etc. Use post hoc to see the logs because Coolify logs will rotate for every deployment. Post hoc or till table query. Okay. How do I stream to Twitter? If I open up my X account, where's the live? I have no idea. This one? No, that's media. How do I stream to X? How to get stream key from X? Studio.x.com producer. Huh. Okay. Source, configure source, enter a name, OBS stream, keep the type as RTMP, and select region closest to Singapore probably or India. Broadcast tab. Let's see. Create a broadcast or what do I have to do? Create source. Navigate to sources, create source, select a region. Singapore. There's nothing. Yeah, Singapore. Mumbai. I think Singapore is closer. Hmm. RTMP, OBS, OBS stream. Oh, that's anything. Doesn't really matter, I think. But create RTMP URL. Stream key. All right, I need to hide this. Terminal. Stream key. So if I go to my OBS and a new one, main outputs. Vertical canvas. Main output. Add output. X. Ah, okay. The link is here on OBS. Twitter server, Mumbai. No, Singapore? No, India. Stream key, paste. No, I just need. Okay, I need to paste that. Create output. Let's see if I start streaming here. Okay. So let's see. So coming back to. So if I, what do I need to do? I need to maybe click this, then I'll start streaming. Let's try anyway. Nothing is happening. Oh, okay, something is happening. Let's go. X, refresh, live. No. Let's check on X. What do I see? Where will I see this? What's happening? Where am I? Do I have to wait? Where's the live stream? How do I view the live stream though? I cannot. That is interesting. All right, I'm gonna give up. I don't know how to do this. What is this showing? Maybe I need to create a broadcast first. You have no broadcast. To create a broadcast, you just need a source. Maybe that's it. Broadcast name. Vibe coding until 1 billion. I have no idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a million, I think. That's enough. Category digital creators. Technology. Technologia. Select a source. Okay, I need to do this. Stream key. Public. Chat. Verified accounts. Advanced settings. I don't know. I'm just going to create it and see. Broadcast created. Yeah. Let's see if something happens. Looks like I am live. Hey, that is figured out then. Okay. That's what happens to my X account. I am live. So if I click there, that is not bad at all. That is not bad at all. All right. All right. Okay. Let's keep streaming there as well then. Let's open that up. Keep it there. I think I can close this, but keep it. Right. So Twitter sorted. Meanwhile, what were we doing? We were creating a video. The video is still processing. What happened to this? So, okay, I think the deploy was triggered, so that interrupted it. So let me quickly check that. So deploy is complete. So yeah, probably that interrupted it. Okay, so maybe go back and do this again. Repurpose one of her high performing reels. Views. That is good. What happens when you ask Claude Code to make as much money as possible? I tried this 3 prompt chain and the answers blew my mind. They were spot on. We are going to do is run these prompts in the same Claude conversation. I'm going to throw in a bonus prompt if you're struggling with procrastination, so wait till the end. I don't know. What happens when you ask? I think content with like how to make money with AI that performs well. I think who's making money with OpenClaw? Anything with money, make money with AI. Claude Cowork setup guide for that is in my wheelhouse, so I probably will do that. Similar, actually, I can do this because I have a. I could actually find this Stanford report to attach in the background. So let's try this. Use idea, reel, create Instagram reel. It has all the date transcript included, nothing is truncated. I'll just say use vertical video script skill and any other relevant skill for this. Send to AI. Let's see what it does. Yeah, it's finding the Stanford study. Right, that study, I think it found the link that she was talking about. So we can just click on it and take a screenshot or something and attach it to the video. Where am I? Here. If this also fails, we'll switch the model. This is DeepSeek V4. The quality is good on this one. Oh, okay. It's actually doing all that. So research Stanford AI. What is sycophancy? Original real analysis hook. The Stanford study confirmed what we all know. AI is too agreeable. It's glazing you. Why it worked. Research findings for fresh angles. The study was published in Science Journal, very recent. The trash in park example. I have no idea. So it's created a angle in a fresh reel from that, I think. So let's see what it is. They're on AI update after 1 week. That is not correct. So I think it is like 18 months old at least. GPT-4o was in last April. May 2024. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was right. How old was her story? But anyway, this is test anyway. I'll just copy that anyway. When was that? It doesn't have a date here. Maybe we need to add a date. Was this one, I think. Stanford study. Needs a date. But anyway, we can just test this one here. Hmm. We can also ask Cloud to add that date. In the competition details page for each reel, can you actually display the post date of those reels where the competitor posted the reel originally, when it was posted? Consult UI UX Pro Max skill. Ah, okay. This should be actually, this means actually the billing, there is no billing for that, and it should not be disabled means that as well. So if it's not disabled, if it is disabled, it should not error out. It should not bill the user. That's all. If it is enabled and if the pricing is not added or something else is wrong, then that makes sense. But if it's disabled, uh, there is a billing event, but it doesn't need not fire. Let me think. So if there is a Need fixing. I may be wrong here. Fixing. If the billing event is disabled, so there is a billing event in the code. It's just disabled. I think that's fine. Add inline reel playback. Is that working? I don't think that is still working. Where is the inline? There is still no inline playback mechanism. You need to actually use the URL for the reel that does not have an expiry or construct that format using the scraped information. What happens in discovery sources? If I view it there, the same thing. It doesn't have playback. It's a cosmetic thing, I guess. This has been going on for a while. Maybe it is died. I have to check this. No, it's generated, but it doesn't. Yeah, this is still not fixed. It has to. It has to come back to the UI reactively, but it doesn't work. You need to. But anyway, let's view this. Whoa. You've seen those I replaced my marketing team with AI videos. Every founder flexing about firing their staff. I gotta be honest, I never had a marketing team. There are cuts as well. Just me, posting when I remembered, forgetting half the time. So when I started with BrandBrain, the AI agents didn't replace anyone. They became the team I never had. But here's what surprised me. That's fine. They researched the. So if I go to Edit tab and I add the background. Huh? Okay, I need to update my OpenAI account. I think it ran out of credits. Platform dot OpenAI. I have no idea which account I was using for that. Maybe this one. Yeah. Payment successful. Let's close that. So what needs to happen? We need to transcribe that. Okay. Now if I go there, you have seen those AI replace videos, right? I'll just screenshot. I'll just screenshot my. So it's a promotional video that I'm doing, right? So I'll just record a video. That is fine, I think. That is 619. No, 916, right? Not bad. approximately. So if I can just, and if I just add that here, where was that? This one? No. This one? No. This one? No. This one. So you have, so I attach that background there. So downloads? No, this one, right? Yeah. So you have seen those. I replaced my marketing team with AI videos, every founder flexing about their stuff. I never had a marketing team. It was just me posting when I remembered, forgetting half the time. So when I started with Brand Brain, so I can actually show a workflow there. What will I show? I will just show, I think, login, record, record this chat window maybe. I'll just say record, and maybe I'll say, actually no, screenshotting will be easier. So I already have these, right? So I can say, oh, I can actually take the video of this. Okay. And I can add that here. When I started using, I need a search bar here. When I started using, that should happen there. And then what else is there? I can actually get it here, then do that. Take that and go here. And maybe when I start, I prove in 5 minutes. When I started with Brand Brain, the AI agents didn't replace anyone. They became the tea I never had. But here's what happened for me. They researched the trends. I can actually put that there. I think doesn't have to be exact. They researched the trends. So there I can show the trend automation. So they research the trends. I can relay this to Cloud Code and ask it to do it, but it will take a long time, I think, for it to figure it out. So if I just record switching on the trend detection and every 6 hours, save, and then show that. All right, I've kind of fucked up. So I think that's fine. It's just a test anyway. Uh, Approve in minutes. I can take a screenshot of that instead of a video. So What happened? Is there a deploy running? Is it slow? Let's wait for a while. What's happening? Let me quickly check. If a deploy is happening, I want to cancel it. Otherwise, it will get interrupted. There is two deployment. There are two deployments running. So maybe, uh, yeah, I'm gonna cancel it. Both of them. Coming back to content queue. So if I say something like, I have this, maybe I can do one reel for one feature, something like that to promote it. Mm, okay, maybe somewhere here. No, I just will take a screenshot, maybe. What the? This one, and that's it. I'm not doing any more. Approve in 5 minutes. There, screenshot. So we have two videos, and I want it to loop. I want the videos to loop. And background fit is fill. Let's do that if that will work. And then I want to key the blue out. And captions, I think, I don't know if all of this works even, so maybe I will take karaoke. All caps, create final video. Fingers crossed if it will work. We shall see. Applying edits. Okay, my code probably is going mad because I stopped the deploy. Yeah, deploy queued. I will just stop it for now. What happened? So this is a bug, I think. It doesn't reactively update the screen. I think the edits are already done. We'll just refresh it anyway and see. No, still avatar video generated, audio generated, but it's, I think edits are still applying. That's kind of weird. All right, okay, let's see if it will auto update. Let's, while that is running, we can go to that is kind of suspect. Takes this long. Oh no, I think I made a mistake. Something happened. Doesn't take this long. So I can actually ask Claude what happened. I just tried generating an avatar video. After uploading backgrounds, try to apply the edits. The It seems that it is still running, which is kind of unusual. Can you check the server logs or check the post hog hotel? No, that won't. Hotel table logs because to see what happened. Refresh. Yep, that is definitely error. Let's see what Cloud comes back with. So there's another error here. If it is stuck, how do I go back? So if this will always be stuck in a stuck state. So I am stuck with this reel. I won't be able to regenerate it. I, I will be able to regenerate, but I cannot access any of this. No, it's disabled. So okay, let it investigate. While that is running, maybe we can create the nice April 2025. That's last year. GPT-4. Oh no, that point in time it was GPT 5 or GPT 4.1, right? I don't know. Not sure about this. What is the Stanford source for this? Let's see if Stan researched. This is still stuck. So what is this saying? Found it, job kicked off at 21:33 UTC. Concat segment stage, then silence. Job appears hung mid-render. Let me check the errors. Server is alive. That is FFmpeg. I think a deploy was triggered and that it interrupted. If that is the case, yeah, my deploy was deduped. Oh, not this one. It's this one. Okay. So if that is the case, we'll see. So smoking gun, 74 seconds later, concat was dispatched. Brand brain container restarted from scratch. So that means there was a deploy that interrupted it. So it seems like a deploy interrupted this. There should be some sort of recovery mechanism because now I'm stuck not being able to go back to apply the edits again and retry. So, what are your thoughts on solving this? I can enter anyway. It should be queued. Let it work. What was the other one? I need to close that. Otherwise, it will keep triggering deploys. I need to stop any ongoing deploy. Otherwise, the same thing will happen. But anyway, that needs to be fixed anyway. So that's fine. All right. The other issue that we were working on was in competition. Uh, view details. Yeah, there should be a play button here. This was what I was working on, but time and time again, it is failing to do that. So investigate chat errors inline. Okay, that is. I have no idea why it is going. Deploy is. Don't try to deploy until I say it is okay to do so. So maybe that will stop there. Let me check the deploys again. All right, now coming back. So the video generation status, Vox content avatar generations, only recursors provided when powered by jobs by polling. The composite jobs lives in a totally generated Mongo collection. Composite jobs should be also be written to convex. That was the architectural change. It should not rely on MongoDB. This is for the reactivity, so that convex query from the front end will update the UI immediately as soon as the video is generated. Mongo is dual write, but it's only for write to creating a replica, but it's not for the front end to use it. So it needs to be convex. The code should already be there. Maybe you got confused. I can just add a manual reset if it is stuck for a long time, right? That would be probably easier. So if I add a back to creation, that's this tab though. Next tab, I can just add another button here saying stop, and then or reset. It will reset the form. Not reset the form, it will disable the if it will re-enable the UI. That's an idea. Let's see what it comes up with. Where's the other one? Ter workflow. Why is it trying to edit that? Deny. Threshold is 15 minutes. We are 9 minutes in. Actually, I think we can just add one button. Why can't we add something to the UI so that the disabled UI is primed for applying edits again? Just like back to creation. But it doesn't reset any data. Like on the UI form. While that is working, maybe go back to inline playback. Yeah, just want to finish this first. And once this is fixed, all the other deploys should be live as well, so we can test it all together. The video generation and the reel playback, and also adding the original post data on competition reels. That is already fixed, so I can archive that. So yeah, it will take some time for that fix to go, at least 10 minutes. So let's wait. I'll have to wait. In the meantime, what else can we do? I think this is enough. Maybe try someone else. Robo Nuggets. View details. Ah, interesting. The fix was already there, but doesn't apply for. Interesting. Okay, when when I said the inline playback button was not working, um, it was not entirely true because I didn't check any other competition. When I checked a different competition called Robo Nuggets, the inline playback is the play button is visible. Maybe you have any idea, you have some idea why this is happening. Can you check the production database in MongoDB or in Convex? Add inline. Where was that? So I can show, and if I go to Sabrina, I don't see it. See the images attached. All right, this one. So this should not cancel any running jobs. It will just reset the UI to run another job again. So if the job is stuck, it wouldn't do anything. Um, the cron will run after 15 minutes or so, and it will mark as failed or something like that. But if there are other jobs running, um, what should it do? So there is no backend change for this per se, if that makes sense. This is a simple change, I think. it's, it's overthinking everything. What did it actually, why did it, for your job right now? Direct Mongo, right? Yeah, it's just overthinking. This is why sometimes I don't use Macs because it just overthinks. Oh man, so let's see. What is it doing? Yes, this is even smaller than I made it. You're right. Pure client local state 0 backend changes. Uh, is generating convex composite video job. The button label flips on is generating. Testing, click edit settings, set dismiss job IDs. What is clicking edit settings? I think this doesn't make sense. It should be just something more appropriate. All we are trying to do is that if I want to kick off another job, I should be able to edit it. But continue rendering background, I don't think that is needed. If at all that finishes, that will appear in the outputs anyway. So what is the other one doing? Still thinking. Drop the parenthetical. User shouldn't be able to. Final label edit settings. Edit settings wash is not appropriate, I think, because it should re-enable the create video button as well to start another job thing. Right. And so let's see if the inline is already implemented. What happens if I
Because today, with any text-based work, you should always default to seeing if an AI model can do that for you. So we built this custom GPT that anyone can access, by the way, and it writes it according to this prompting framework that we developed at the Robo Group, which we acronymed as Vibe to keep it memorable. And if you have this framework in your arsenal, you'll also understand how to give single strong prompts so that the AI model knows exactly what you want. First, you need to give direction on the visuals of it.
All right, so it is working. There's no scroll bar. It's probably because this is a Instagram embed. It is good enough, I think.
Because today, with any text-based work, you should always default.
Yeah, it's an Instagram embed. That's good enough, I think. That's actually not so bad. How is it doing it, though? What? Analyze image. Yeah, it's probably very simple. Anyway.
ChatGPT just made it so easy for you to change its personality. Here's how. In your profile, just go to Customize ChatGPT, and in this menu, you should find this What personality should ChatGPT have? And from there, you can select whether you want it to be default, which is apparently cheerful and adaptive, be a cynic, critical and sarcastic, be a robot to be efficient, be a listener to be supportive, or be a nerd, which is exploratory and enthusiastic. I'll probably try this one. And now I guess if you ask it questions, it will be a bit more thoughtful. It does seem like the answer it just gave me is much more thoughtful than how it was before. But there you go. Another stealth feature that OpenAI seems to like doing recently. So
All right. What is our cloud session telling us? Start over, 2 words communicate both halves. Start over is fine. Why do we need a play button um, to be clicked for the embed to show up? Why couldn't we just show the embed? Oh, actually, before that, we need to make sure it works for old reels. This probably doesn't work, so that's why. Because for the old reels, the links may have expired. But let's see, let's redeploy everything and see. Let it work though for a while. That's fine. What I do want to check though for this while that is running is the desktop app relay. So I can use my cloud subscription. My cloud subscription picks it up. Let's see. So if I go to, let's go to Robocop and AI resource, maybe this. Use idea. If I create a reel from that, create Instagram reel and say send to AI. So now desktop should pick it up. Yep. Let's see what it does. So it's loading my skill here. It's reading my preferences, reading my skills. Okay, it's researching the topic now. I think it's doing a little bit more. So if I do it in my, um, that's fine. Still running. Hmm. Let me just stop this, cancel this first. If I switch it back to cloud, what happens? Nothing happens. So desktop version is working. So I'm trying to view that in TOS. Yep, it is still working. But this is my deploy messing up my server. Change that. TOS. Open in desktop app. That's fine then. So I want to use the same competition and robo nuggets, view details, and come here. This idea real and see what DeepSeek V4 does. Nothing. Is that started as a, oh no, started as a local again. So stopped. I can just copy this. So what happened there? Didn't say get saved, I think. Let's try this. So Brown Brand Cloud with DeepSeek V4 Pro chat. Actually, go back to competitions. The Robo Nuggets, view details. This is the one we need to repurpose. So use idea, real, and we'll compare what our cloud subscription on desktop produces versus our cloud version. So this is a desktop app that already is completed. It created the reel. So let's read through his thoughts. Yeah, I think DeepSeek V4 is does more things, I think. Now I have all the information I need. Brand context, hooks library guidelines, research on ChatGPT personality feature, source real analysis. Okay, it does the analysis, hook, etc. It's just that it's not formatted. So we need to probably add that formatting here for thinking. Let's see what DeepSeek V4 does. So what it does is, let's see. Huh? That is not correct. Why is it? I want to stop that. Because that is still being picked up by my cloud subscription. So if I go to API settings, brand cloud, why is it not persisting that? Refresh. DeepSeek V4. Refresh. Okay. Make sure that is there. Competition. Robo nuggets. View details. Use idea. Instagram reel. Create Instagram reel. Send. Right, that's DeepSeek. But it does a lot more thinking, I think. But I'm using Sonnet on desktop. Okay, that is cloud version. It's correctly allocated, but here, this was using Sonnet. Let's see what it created though anyway. Edit, review. Review this in chat. We are reviewing what Claude Sonnet created using DeepSeek v4. Like, let's close. Where was our other task? Yeah, this one still running. Cities, what is it doing? Yeah, it doesn't look. If you look at my cloud subscription, it doesn't do that much thinking. It's good with research in enriching the original source content. I need to vertical video scripts. It does a bunch of research here. Oh, it did spawn a sub-agent here. Enough context to give a comprehensive, accurate answer. Here's the full picture. Hook immediate feature reveal. Screen walkthrough, pacing, all that. And it created the reel. DeepSeek, though, is much more thorough, I think. Maybe not, I don't know. Let's see. Thought a lot. So that is those are tool calls, so we can exclude those. There's a massive story right now about OpenAI's Goblin problem, where the nerdy personality trait in ChatGPT caused the model to start obsessively mentioning goblins, gremlins, and fantasy creatures. Really? So it is doing the research here as well. And then hook analysis. What? Okay. So it created the reel. That's why it switched into that view. This is a much better angle for creating content. It's timely, breaking in the last 24 hours. So it used this inspiration and found a better version, but hopefully using the same structure. Actually, let me think about what. Yeah, DeepSeek v4 is very good for this kind of content creation. Actually, let me think about what made the original reel work first. Okay. Original reel analysis, hook, pacing, topic angle, hidden stealth feature discovery. What I'll do differently. Original, not copied. Maybe I just need an option to just rephrase the original content. So maybe, so that is not rephrasing, that is doing, but keeping all the same structure. But instead of that, because when I use the idea here, right, from Rovo Nuggets, here's this prompt. Maybe I can have like prompt templates, rephrase the exact same thing, or just use a structure. Maybe I'll just keep it generic for now. All right, let's see what it created. So this is what Sonnet created using my cloud subscription. So that is my desktop app. Yeah, E1. No, I think it is E1. Yeah, E1. Most people pick the ChatGPT personality call done, but there is a second layer almost nobody has found yet. Go to your settings, then personalize. So it is exactly. So Sonnet is rephrasing it more or less. The same thing what the original creator said. And underneath the base personality preset, you'll see sliders, warmth, enthusiasm, emoji. So if you hate when ChatGPT is really enthusiastic about everything you write, dial the enthusiasm down. If you want it to format, I don't know about this feature. I should probably look it up. And it is a completely different tool. Try the efficient preset with month, etc. All right. Okay. So what about our DeepSeek V4 version? Okay. So it's changed the story. It changed into the new story that it found about this goblin thing. So I will just ask, I will just close this and go to the main chat and say, can you go give me the sources where you found the news about goblins? And oh, actually I can pick it from the tool calls. Oh. Ding 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 ding. Mention goblins, gremlins. But this is not time. This is April 29th. Okay, it's timely. It's just 2 days old. Okay, so it is correct actually. Goblin problems. All right, maybe I will create one on that. And I will go to Vibe Voice. I need to make sure though that no deployments are running, otherwise it will get interrupted again. So no deployments are running yet. So I will create the audio for this. I'll use my own voice, sampled, and generate. I want to actually check it. The CTA. Never talk about goblins. The bigger lesson here: reinforcement, learning reward signals. Don't stay where you put them. They leak across and follow for more AI stories like this. Maybe the CTA should be here. I don't know. We will generate the audio anyway. And we will all right, this is going to take some time, at least 15 minutes. What about other features that I was developing? This is avatar video generation. This is ready to be deployed, but I'm holding off of the deployment because it interrupts the video creation. What is this? Please hard refresh, Command Shift R. Okay. So some deployments are queued. Okay. Audio is getting generated, so what can we do in the meantime? So what we're trying to do is we need to get the gallery page up so I can present some output examples here. That's something. And create some more videos to promote our own app as well. Create more content for us. I'll use Cloud Code for that though. I need to save some costs to absorb that into my subscription. So let's open Cloud Code or desktop app. I think let's do it this time using Cloud Code. New session, but I have to change the marketing agents. No. I forgot actually, open folder. Code. Is this one? No, brand brain. That one. And now I can say I don't know. What would I say? Can you do a quick trend scan on YouTube to see what is trending right now in the past, I don't know, 5 to 6 days, and see if we can repurpose using brand brain into reels, carousels, LinkedIn or to different platforms. We should have some carousels for LinkedIn and Instagram as well, and also reels and to fill up our content calendar for next week or so. Let's see what it does. Should I use Opus or Sonnet? I'll use I'll leave it. Trust Workspace. Let's see if it uses my skills plugin, the brand brain plugin we did 2 days ago. So it's basically connecting the cloud social media app to, still in progress. Not everything is accessible. For example, you cannot add competition like this. Good reason for that, because they can be stored locally in MD files rather than storing them on cloud. Like my Obsidian Vault here. So I have all the projects here. In the same way, if I can create all the contents in a folder on my computer, as a difference when using cloud code. Which product is this content? No, that is. Did I say something wrong? Okay, yeah, try and scan. Let's do. Maybe it's not installed. Cloud plugin. I will create a new session and correct the trend scan on YouTube to see what is trending right now. Use the trend scan skill and outliers and see if we can reproduce using brand brain skill. First I can see skills. No, it's not possible from here. Let's see cd brand brain cloud. No, not that. Resume skills brand. Yeah, the plugin is installed. So why is it not coming here? Maybe the prompt is use the brand brain plugin and its skills to do this, i.e. into reels. Should have some carousels for LinkedIn and Instagram as well. X posts and thread posts, etc. Let's see what it does. But the problem is Superpowers plugin is getting triggered. Well, let's see if our audio was generated. For not this one. Okay, the audio is generated. Let's see if it sounds like me. ChatGPT has been secretly obsessed with goblins, and OpenAI just came clean about why. Yesterday, they published a post explaining why their models wouldn't stop talking about goblins, gremlins, raccoons, and pigeons. It's very fast. It's just like reading. OpenAI trained the nerdy personality option. The reward model started giving higher scores to creature metaphors. A bug became a gremlin in the machine, and the model learned that mentioning goblins equals higher reward. So it started sprinkling them everywhere, even for users who never picked nerdy. The nerdy personality was only 2.5% of all ChatGPT traffic. It's because there's a lot of content. It's trying to rush through it, I think. Let's generate once more and see if it maybe use 11 less, but I don't have credits there. I'll use the same thing. My voice. Give it one more try if it comes with a better. audio. Let's see this. TrendScan tool, get TrendScan guideline reference exists. YouTube outlier discovery tool that's only available inside BrandBrain desktop cloud. It's not in BBCLI. Nah, it's getting confused. Now you can use the TrendScan skill instructions and use local YouTube data API key to do the outlier discovery, everything else locally, but use BrandBrain to organize the sources and content and fill my content calendar. Actually, let's read the whole thing. It's not in the BBCLI surface I have here. From Cloud Code session, I can approximate by using web search and direct you. Oh, it's already saying that, but it won't have the actual outlier score algorithm. Outlier score. Outlier scoring is instructions are in local trend scan skill. Read it. I don't know why it is found TrendScan guideline, but that is okay. Didn't read the skill, but it read the TrendScan guideline from my app. That's a problem. So read the local trend scan skill, not trend scan from. I need to update this in my BrandBrain plugin so that I don't have to say it. Scan from BB. Run this run this from BrandBrain desktop. Approximate here. You can't decide. You should decide the cadence, etc. after reading my prefs from BB. And only after the trend scan research to number of slides, etc. should be dynamic, not predetermined. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, it's interesting though. Always allow bypass permissions. So that should, let's see what it does. In the meantime, the new audio is still being generated. Let's see. What? All right. So I don't have anything sensitive here now. I hope so. All right. The audio generation, what's happening here? Okay, then second audio has been generated. So let's hear that.
ChatGPT has been secretly obsessed with goblins, and OpenAI just came clean about why. Yesterday, they published a post explaining why
I
their
think
models
that's
wouldn't.
much better than this one.
ChatGPT has been secretly obsessed with goblins, and OpenAI just came clean about.
I don't know. Maybe.
ChatGPT has been secretly obsessed with goblins, and OpenAI just came clean about why. Yesterday, they published a post explaining why their models wouldn't stop talking about goblins, gremlins, raccoons, and pigeons. Here's what happened. When OpenAI trained the nerdy personality option, the reward model started giving higher scores to creature metaphors. A bug became a gremlin in the machine, and the model learned that mentioning goblins equals higher reward, so it started sprinkling them everywhere, even for users who never picked nerdy. The nerdy personality was only 2.5% of all ChatGPT traffic, but caused 66% of all goblin mentions. They retired nerdy mode in March, but by then the goblin habit was baked into GPT 5.5's training data. Their fix? A system prompt that literally tells the model, never talk about goblins. The bigger lesson here, reinforcement learning reward signals don't stay where you put them. They leak across everything. Follow for more AI stories like this.
It's a bit robotic. Maybe I need to try a different model. 11 Labs, I haven't used it for a while. I think they have better models now. So maybe I should start using them. Clone my voice there. And then I can use that voice from here. And do I have an 11 Labs API key? Let's see. API settings. 11 Labs. Looks like I have one, but I'm not sure if I have credits for that. So let's see if that will work. Select a voice. I don't have a custom voice. I can use her. It's an AI influencer. Let's see. Let's use Bella.
In the theater of life, we are all actors sharing the same scene.
It is not so important to know everything as to appreciate what we learn.
The years teach much which the days never know.
Our distrust is very expensive.
She sounds like a Lara, maybe? Alice?
Just trust yourself, then you will know how to live.
Okay, Alice. Engaging educator. And it might not work though. I don't have credits there, I think. But let's try anyway. Generate audio. That was fast. Interesting.
ChatGPT has been secretly obsessed with goblins, and OpenAI just came clean about why. Yesterday, they published a post explaining why their models wouldn't stop talking.
I don't like it. Bella?
In the theater of life,
Maybe Bella. But anyway, while that is working. What is, yeah, it's still running trend scan, I think. Hermes agent, side hustle, cloud skills. Yeah, it is good with research, so more thorough maybe. We'll see. So that is Claude will create content here. And we should see that in here in our review queue. And then we can create videos and post them, approve them, and it should get published to the platforms. But the new, okay.
ChatGPT has been secretly obsessed with goblins, and OpenAI just came clean about why. Yesterday, they published a post explaining why their models wouldn't stop talking about goblins, gremlins, raccoons, and pigeons. Here's what happened. When OpenAI trained the nerdy personality option, the reward model started giving higher scores to creature metaphors. A bug became a gremlin in the machine, and the model learned that mentioning goblins equals higher reward. So it started sprinkling them everywhere, even for users who never picked nerdy.
I don't know. What
The
sounds
nerdy
like an
personality was
influencer?
only 2.5% of.
It's the same, Matilda.
Ideas are the beginning points of all fortunes.
I think that's not bad. Maybe increase the speed a little bit. Generate audio. This is like super fast, I must say. 11 Labs audio generation.
ChatGPT has been secretly obsessed with goblins, and OpenAI just came clean about why.
I don't know.
ChatGPT has been secretly obsessed with.
I don't like any of those. Jessica.
If you spend your whole life waiting for the storm, you'll never enjoy the sunshine.
Generate audio. Let's see how that is.
ChatGPT has been secretly obsessed with goblins, and OpenAI just came clean about why.
That is so slow.
Yesterday, they published a post explaining why their models wouldn't stop talking about goblins.
Speed 1.2x. It's actually not so bad, the tone, but it's so slow. Maybe I can create a cat or something, and then that would be fun. Can I? Let's hear this though.
ChatGPT has been secretly obsessed with goblins, and OpenAI.
It's literally the same speed.
ChatGPT has been secretly obsessed with goblins, and OpenAI just came clean about why. Yesterday, they published a post explaining why their models wouldn't stop talking about goblins.
Yeah, I think the best option here is to clone your own voice on 11 Labs Studio and then select that voice from here. For now, I think I will use my own thing.
ChatGPT has been secretly obsessed with goblins, and OpenAI just came.
Because that has pasted correctly, because it has a lot of content here. And here.
ChatGPT has been secretly obsessed with goblins, and OpenAI just came clean about why. Yesterday, they published a post.
I think the first one is better, even if it is.
ChatGPT has been secretly obsessed with goblins, and OpenAI just came clean about why. Yesterday, they published a post explaining why their models wouldn't stop talking about goblins, gremlins, raccoons, and pigeons. Here's what happened. When OpenAI trained the nerdy personality option, the reward model started giving higher scores to creature metaphors. A bug became a gremlin in the machine, and the model learned that mentioning goblins equals higher reward. So it started sprinkling them everywhere, even for users who never picked nerdy. The nerdy personality was only 2.5% of all ChatGPT traffic, but caused 66% of all goblin mentions. They retired nerdy mode in March, but by then, the goblin habit was baked into GPT 5.5's training data. Their fix? A system prompt that literally tells the model, never talk about goblins. The bigger lesson here, reinforcement learning reward signals don't stay where you put them. They leak across everything. Follow for more AI stories like this.
Yeah, the CT is not... Alright, that's alright. We're just testing anyway. Should we create the final video? Let's test it. It will take at least 20 minutes. It's around 1 minute. And I have selected me. Well, that's not technically the final video. There will be another edit tab here. where you can apply captions. So let's wait for that and go back to our Claude and see whether it has finished trend scan and creating content calendar. It has finished trend report saved. That is a trend report. So AI side hustle. Where is that coming from? Okay, this is the first post, I think. So this is creating LinkedIn post. And we'll see what it creates. Yes, vibe coding does really work. People saying that I'm a software engineer with 23 years of experience. I have, I've worked for small startups to big companies. People saying that software engineers, it won't be replaced are in denial. Right now, it is not 100% replaceable. Vibe coding does work. The only thing is that you have to how to structure it. You learn the principles, not how to code, but you it's just talking really, but you need to read what it produces and respond to it. Think about AI as your developer, and you should be the product owner or product manager, right? So you have the vision and then you direct it. It does work. So I've been vibe coding. I haven't touched the code. I do touch the code every now and then, but mostly vibe coding. Created several products actually with vibe coding, and also it is so fast, so you can make products and test it in different markets in a weekend. Really, it doesn't have to be a big product. It does really work. In my case, I have even hooked it up to production systems. I don't really, because as long as you have recovery mechanisms, you can, even if your server goes down, you spin it up with different, the same, protect your data. That's pretty much it. But vibe coding does work. Many people have made a lot of money as well. So yeah, there's a lot. The people will still say that AI is not there yet, things like that. But in London, where I work, a lot of layoffs and very few jobs. And there are jobs if you know AI and how to wipe code. And there are literally new job positions. They list should have experience with Cloud Code, right? So yeah, it has shifted drastically. If you are looking for a job as well. But if you're talking about product and making money with product, yes, vibe coding does work. The area where it might not work is the actual marketing. Most of the software engineers don't know how to market. And this is why marketers who vibe code make more money than software engineers who actually know how to code. They don't actually make a lot of money. Marketing is the most important skill now. How to be in front of people. It's not coding anymore. So if you know how to market, that also you can do the back and forth, which is the idea behind my app as well. You use AI to market. But if you have past experiences in marketing, you can direct AI very well, like Cloud Code, for example. Or you can just install a bunch of good skills that others have published, and just copy their marketing methods. All right, it's creating LinkedIn carousel, IG carousel. It created all the files for it. I don't know where it's created though. It's in a temp directory. I need to change in my skill where to create it in the local directory where in the rather than in the temp directory. So it is creating, adding the data that it found after the trend scan into the app. So those are these sources. So first one is from vibe coding to agentic engineering. Trend scan, I don't know when he talked about it. So it is based on this YouTube video.
We're so excited for our very first special.
Wow, it's just 1 day ago. I found that video and repurposing that content into social media content. So that is not bad at all. It's Andrei Karpathy talking. So yeah, very fresh. So this is pairing my trend scan skill with the Brand Brain app. So this trend scan skill also will be available as the Brand Brain plugin, which I will publish to GitHub. So that is one. The second one it did, still doing. All 4 sources created. Source A created commands. Now it is planning the content, reading the content calendar and planning it. We don't have anything in our schedule yet, I think. Calendar. Yeah, we don't have anything. So I haven't planned. We did have something yesterday. Those are only carousels and one Instagram post. That was pretty much it. Both were carousels. So let's see what it schedules. But before that, what did I want to check? Yeah, the video. Reel is still creating the reel, I think. Let's refresh and see. Yeah, it's still creating the video. But sources, new sources that it has added. Any other research? So that was the first YouTube video. It is converting into other formats. What is this though? View details. The 9-second database deletion, an AI architecture lesson, not an AI safety story. Yeah, the good thing with this is that it has 2 videos. You can also ask it to show any sort of like articles related to it when you actually create the reels. So you can add it as background. So you can do this like pointy sort of content, like look at this article and explain that, which I will show you in a minute. What is this now? Create Cloud HTML slides as a PowerPoint and gamma replacement. Oh, this is from Robo Nuggets video 6 days ago. Yeah, very fresh. And because I was using Cloud Code and not using
Creating HTML
Brand
slides.
Brain Cloud version, it's actually quite accurate. I think I will actually add my trend scan skill as well. It's actually pretty good. Finding recent videos and outliers. I think it has a higher channel average here. Yeah, it's already at 32K in 6 days. What was another one? Software engineering fundamentals still apply to AI agents. Can I get a roadmap of the process? Sorry, I'm very slow in reading your thing. Can I get a roadmap of the process I should take? As it is now, I have no knowledge of any form of code. What do I know is just video editing and I am new. Any free platforms to learn? It's very hard to get started on free platforms, but you can. I don't know. I use Cloud Max subscription. When I started, you can download open code, and Minimax is pretty good for coding, and also Kilo Code. They do have some in their when you sign up, you get free credits for some of the models, but you won't be able to use cloud models, or those are the free options, I think. Open Code or Kilo Code, they have free options when you sign up. So you get some credits in Kilo Code. Open Router, there are free models. For example, if you go to Open Router AI, and if you go to Minimax, you can see that free option. That's pretty good, actually. Minimax 2.5 free. Not as good as Cloud Opus, but it's a good starting point. The roadmap is basically start with the smaller apps. Like, you can ask the AI itself to create a roadmap. So basically, it would be start how to create a small app, how to deploy. So those will be like deploying it to Vercel or Cloudflare Workers, something like that. Cloudflare Workers is free, so you don't even have to pay. Vercel is also free up to a limit. Convex database is very free. It's generous free tier. So I would pick Convex, and that, in fact, that's what I use for almost my new projects. Convex free for prototyping, and the Cloudflare Workers. Or you can choose Vercel. It depends on you. If you want free options, that is. So what do they? All right, we do have some content creator. Let's review them. Schedule. Okay, it has scheduled it as well. So let's see our content calendar and see. I don't see anything. What happened? Okay. Today. Next week. Okay, I see. 1, 2. Okay, LinkedIn post, threads. It skipped Sunday. Why? I don't know. Maybe it wasn't. So these are LinkedIn posts. I will go to my review queue though. No worries. Presh, is that your name? No worries at all. So only LinkedIn and Threads. X is there. An agent dropped a startup's entire production database in 9 seconds. Founder is calling himself an idiot. He's being too kind to himself. The mistake was not the AI. That's funny though. This is from this week's best pushback. Point software engineering. Okay, these are not so bad expos. But did it create any carousels, etc.? LinkedIn post. Yeah, it didn't. Drafts. Okay. We have scheduled some of them. Scheduled, I think, because of the text nature, it's auto approved it by itself. Some of them needs images, so let's review them. So if I go to pending review 1 hour ago, that is not correct. I don't see any reels created. Did you? These are 12 pieces of scheduled drafts. Yeah, there are reels. Interesting. So let's see the reels, vertical videos, pending. Why are these things smaller? Is it a CSS grid problem? Can you can you add the link to the content in the table and re-present the table to me? So I can review from there. But let's see if our video generation is complete. It's still running. Yeah, it's it's a long video. It's 1 minute. Takes some time. Yeah, 1 minute. No, 51 seconds. All right, what do you need to do now? I do want to check. What do I need to check? Okay. All right, so these are the scheduled ones. These reels are the, yeah, why is this so small? Let's review in chat. All right, that's only need to stop that. Yeah, it's small here as well. Why? And this week he said he has never felt more behind as a programmer. Here's what changed. December was the inflection. Do people actually talk about it? Talk like this? Inflection? I don't even know what that is. The agentic tools went from writing chunks you had to fix to finishing whole tasks while you reviewed the diffs. He went from doing one thing per session to 5. He's calling if it's something new now, agentic engineering. The model holds the task, it runs the tool, it retries. You set the spec, you set the gates. The moat is not typing speed anymore, it is the fence that you put around the agent before you let it touch. All right, fine. So it is working perfectly actually. So our plugin is working. So you can use it from Cloud Code. Cloud Cowork, I haven't tested yet. So it is working. So now it is actually asking at the end that want me to schedule a follow-up agent. So you can use the schedule feature from Cloud Code to do the transcan and creation and publishing. The only thing that we need to check is that I want to see if the carousel images have been generated. So no, they haven't been. So I will just say that, can you create the carousel images for the carousel formats that you created both for Instagram and LinkedIn, and don't skip Saturdays and Sundays. And this it cannot do anyway unless it uses local video skills, which I will publish on BrandBrain Cloud Harness very soon as well, and probably in the plugin as well, Cloud Code plugin, so it can actually create the videos as background rather than us going to screenshotting it or going to those web pages, source web pages, and screenshotting or doing a screen grab and attaching to the reel. So that can be automated there. Right. Let's see if it refreshes this with carousels with. I don't know if it will use BBAI or it will use local SVG generation to create the SVG, the slides. Nano Banana Pro is actually pretty good. It's saying she's creating HTML slides carousel, so maybe it is generating, not using AI, just creating HTML slides and converting it into image. We'll see anyway. Or maybe it is using the AI on Brand Brain. BB, we'll see. I don't see it is generating any code locally. Maybe I can add to the skill that use to save AI costs, generate SVG to PNG to create the slides, or HTML to PNG locally and to attach to the scheduling platform. Something like that. But, you know, why go through all that trouble when Nano Banana can do it for you? Let's see what it does though. Okay, while that is working, what is our audio? Oh, video generation. So this is the video. No? What happened to our video? It errored out. No, it is generated. So I need to fix that reactive update of the of UI, because now I need to refresh it. So let's see, the generation is okay.
ChatGPT has been secretly obsessed with goblins, and OpenAI just came clean about why. Yesterday, they published a post explaining why their models wouldn't stop talking about goblins, gremlins, raccoons, and pigeons. Here's what happened. When OpenAI trained the nerdy personality,
I don't think people will
the
notice
reward
that.
model started giving higher scores to creature metaphors. A bug became a gremlin in the machine, and the model learned that mentioning goblins equals higher reward. So it started sprinkling them everywhere, even for users who never picked nerdy. The nerdy personality was only 2.5% of all ChatGPT traffic, but caused 66%
Sounds
of
like
all
a
goblin
news
mentions.
reporter. Let's apply the edits. Background, key out the blue. So what should be the backgrounds? This was the thing that I was talking about, because now it is from the cloud version, it is a bit manual. Can you get me the URLs of the pages for this news source of this reel, so I can screenshot? Okay. What I'll do is just one source. And where's my mouse? Okay, my mouse died. And maybe approximately 9:16. Record that and we'll do a scroll. All right. And we will save that. And I'll just attach 1, 2 in the beginning. Screen recording. Yeah, that's it. So that should go into the background. And I will apply captions. I will select karaoke, all caps. Fingers crossed. Why isn't it creating final video? Okay, it's uploading, that's why. Let's wait for it to finish uploading. And then position bottom, top center bottom. Presentation, word by word, phrases. Yeah, karaoke, all caps. That's fine. Create final video. Fingers crossed if it works. That is suspect. Let's analyze. That's fine. I can do products debug avatar. I am creating another. This fix is not live, but I am creating another video. I'm applying edits, but I am applying edits to another video live right now. Can you tail or look at the post hog hotel logs? Post hog, not hotel. Taylor, tail. Can you tail or hotel logs? Oh, okay. It's done actually. I was kind of skeptic, but it is done. So let's see. Let's see the video. The full screen. I could have been bigger. It's actually covering my face.
ChatGPT has been secretly obsessed with goblins, and OpenAI just came clean about why. Yesterday, they published a post explaining why their models wouldn't stop talking about goblins, gremlins, raccoons, and pigeons. Here's what happened. When OpenAI trained the nerdy personality option, the reward model started giving higher scores to creature metaphors. A bug became a gremlin in the machine,
all right,
and the
okay.
model learned that mentioning
I
goblins
had to
equals higher
click
reward,
on
so
loop,
it started sprinkling them everywhere.
otherwise it won't loop the background. So loop, create final video, applying edits. Right, what happened to our local cloud for content creation? Let's look at carousel spending review. Uh-huh. I don't know. Make sure you use your image read tool to make sure the images are good. The bullet journal style is not Is it? It's not. Okay. I just is not applicable to carousels. Save that preference. Save that as BB preference as well. So I need to add all this into the actual skill as well. BB preference. Let me just note it down. So preferences need to be updated. Let's see what it wrote. Preference. Carousel image style, not bullet journal. For carousel slides on Instagram, LinkedIn, do not use the hand-drawn bullet journal sketched. Colored pencil aesthetic. That style is standalone. LinkedIn infographics only. Carousels must be text-heavy. Infographic style slide. Images per brand by Instagram carousel and guidelines. Bold serif headline. Clean visual hierarchy. Editor's desk palette. Sage. Well, you can edit it if you want to change the style. So you can ask Cloud to create your social media brand palette and attach it like this as well. To BB. Right. Let's get that out of the way. Uh, What happened here? The image. Yes, redo all the carousels. Now, while that is running, I think I can publish my video here. Have a look at the newly generated video. Full screen. Yeah, it's all right. I can fix that in next iteration. That this should be a slightly higher so that it doesn't cover my, well, we don't have to because I have the positioning here. Users can just select center to avoid that. In fact, let's do that. All right, new video. This one. Full screen.
ChatGPT has been secretly obsessed with goblins, and OpenAI just came clean about why. Yesterday, they published a post explaining why their models wouldn't stop talking about goblins, gremlins, raccoons, and pigeons. Here's what happened. When OpenAI trained the nerdy personality option, the reward model started giving higher scores to creature metaphors. A bug became a gremlin in the machine, and the model learned that mentioning goblins equals higher reward. So it started sprinkling them everywhere, even for users who never picked nerdy. The nerdy personality was only 2.5% of all ChatGPT traffic, but caused 66% of all goblin mentions. They retired nerdy mode in March, but by then, the goblin habit was baked into GPT 5.5's training data. Their fix? A system prompt that literally tells the model, never talk about goblins. The bigger lesson here, reinforcement learning reward signals don't stay where you put them. They leak across everything. Follow for more AI stories like this.
Good enough. Let's approve and schedule here. No, I'll just say approve this reel and schedule it to be published in the next 2 minutes. Oh, no, not yet. I need to select use for reel. And then I have to send it. Not I'll approve this reel next 2 minutes. Can it publish immediately? I haven't tried that. Cloud Code can actually. I should have used that. So it's now routing to the which Instagram account. So let's see how DeepSeek V4 performs. So it's reading the connections. So I have 2 Instagram accounts. Let's see, same content here, replicate and post. We don't have tools to replicate, so that won't. Both say essentially the same thing to replicate the content. This is a scheduling distribution scenario with multiple accounts on the same platform. But both instructions are essentially post everything here, so there's no real differentiation in instructions. The most recently created based on IDs. The user said, not I will approve. Okay, that's my TTS. No Instagram content scheduled at all. Scheduling time, current time 2 minutes from now is that you have 2 Instagram accounts. Let me load the routing skill and then approve and schedule with both Instagram accounts. They post everything, functionality identical, routing to most recent one. So it picked one, didn't replicate it. Both active, both Instagram, both instructions stay essentially the same thing, post everything here, replicate.